Earlier this year, I looked myself up online just to see what would come up, and I was surprised at how many websites had my full name, phone number, address, and even where I used to live. Some even had relatives listed, income brackets, and old job titles just showing up. Now, I'd looked into doing the removals manually, and while it's definitely possible, the amount of time it takes just to get through a small batch of those sites is pretty overwhelming. Some let you opt out with a form, others want emails, and a few ask for photos of your ID. And even them, most of that data just ends up getting reposted a few months later anyway. So in this video, I'll walk you through what it's actually like to use DeleteMe, how the service works behind the scenes, and what kinds of results you can realistically expect. Now, DeleteMe has been around since 2010, and what they focus on is helping you get your personal data off the internet, specifically off the kinds of public websites that data brokers manage. These are the companies that scrape, trade, and sell your information to marketers, background checkers, or really anyone who wants to pay for it. And so what's nice is that the whole service is built around the idea that most people just don't have time to chase this stuff down themselves. And that was exactly the case for me. I tried doing a few removals before signing up, but it quickly became clear it wasn't something I'd be able to keep up with long term. So I figured I'd give DeleteMe a try and see what they'd be able to find and remove on my behalf. After signing up, they asked me to fill out a short form with some basic information, things like your name, email, phone number, and any old addresses you've used. It takes about 5 minutes or so. Once that's submitted, that's really all you have to do. From that point forward, they start doing the removals for you and keep checking back every few months to keep your information off those websites long term. And that's where the first report came in, just a few days later. When that first privacy report came in, it was actually more detailed than I expected. They found my information on over a dozen websites right away, some I recognized like Spokeo and White Pages, and a few I'd never seen before. The report breaks down exactly what was exposed, what's already been removed, and which brokers are still holding your information, and it even highlights the one that had the most on you, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Another thing is DeleteMe doesn't just run one check and stop. They do these scans every 90 days and send you a new report every time, so you're not left wondering whether your data has gotten back online. They're constantly monitoring for new listings and resubmitting removals when needed. And from what I've seen so far, they're catching things I never would have found on my own. Everything's managed through a clean dashboard where you can see your reports, track removals, and update your personal information if anything changed like a new phone number or address. Now, beyond just removing your information from broker sites, DeleteMe also offers a few tools that help you keep your personal data hidden going forward. The three main ones are email masking, phone masking, and card masking. And while you don't have to use them, they're a nice option to have if you're signing up for things regularly and want to stay private online. Email masking is probably the simplest. They give you a private, generated address that routes messages through their system. So basically, when you register for a website, that email gets used instead of your real one, and DeleteMe filters the incoming messages before forwarding them to your inbox. And if a company starts sending spam, you can just kill that address with one click. Phone masking works the same way. They generate a number that you can use for signups or online forums, and it helps cut down on robocalls or sales spams. The only limitation is that it can't handle short code texts, so you won't be able to use it for things like two-factor authentication. Lastly, the card masking lets you pay online using a virtual top-up card, so your real payment information stays hidden. It's not something I need often, but it's helpful for websites you don't fully trust. And hey, if you're thinking about trying DeleteMe, there is a link down in the description and in the comment section, and we usually have deals there that you won't find if you go directly through their website. So feel free to check those out if it's something that you've been considering. Okay, so in terms of the cost, DeleteMe offers three main personal plans, and they're all pretty straightforward. The individual plan is around $11 a month if you pay yearly. The couple plan, which covers two people, is about $19 a month, or $15 if you commit for 2 years. And there's also a family plan that covers up to 4 people, which costs about $21 a month. Now, you're not just getting automated removals here, you're getting a real human team reviewing your information, reaching out to data brokers directly, and following up when listings get reposted. And you're getting full privacy reports every quarter, along with access to the masking tools, customer support, and a personal DeleteMe advisor if you need help with anything along the way. The only thing to keep in mind is that the reports come every 90 days, so you're not getting constant notifications. But the upside is that when the reports do come in, they're detailed and the removals have had enough time to actually go through. They also include all new opt-out sites throughout the year as they're added, so you're not paying extra to stay current. And if you ever want to cancel, they offer a full refund before your first report goes out and a prorated refund anytime after that. It's not a free trial, but it's still fair and enough to give the service a shot without locking yourself in. So here's the big picture. If you've been meaning to clear out some of your personal information from the internet, but just haven't had the time or weren't sure how to go about it, DeleteMe handles most of that for you. You fill out a quick form, and from that point on, they stay on top of it. It's simple, consistent, and actually follows through. And again, if DeleteMe sounds like it might be a fit for you, you can check out the link in the description. Like I mentioned earlier, we usually have special offers on our affiliate links that you won't see if you go to the company's main website. Also, if you're interested in working with us or sponsoring a future video, just reach out using the email in the description down below. So hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, a thumbs up is always appreciated. And if you have any questions about DeleteMe or privacy tools in general, feel free to drop those in the comments. I always try to answer as many as I can. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.